All right. And we're back with ESQ-Astro Sauce. I am the host, ESQ-Astro. And we're going to get into today's collective daily spread for Saturday. This is July the 4th. So, to those who celebrated, happy 4th. To those who don't, happy 4th. so, here at ESQ-Astro, we do a classic Egyptian tarot spread with the buildup of a pyramid. We do use the Egyptian tarot cards as well as the gods of Egypt to clarify the reading and get to a conclusion of what the message is saying for the day. This is America's 250th birthday, according to the Gregorian calendar, and the whatever they keep on records as far as history. So we'll take that into consideration and call this a day of 7, which is a Most High number, the God number. So we call in the Most High, my ancestors, and my spirit guides to guide the reading. I ask that you call in whoever you need to so that you get the clearest message from your end. And we ask that in mind, body, and soul. First card coming out is the Chariot card upright. Okay. Ooh, wow. So the Chariot card upright is definitely in a place of showing motion. Second card in the reverse is strength. Okay, the strength card in reverse. Next card coming out is the Judgment card upright. Okay. Next card, the Fool in reverse. So a pretty mixed reading at this point. I would definitely say there's a place of where somebody either needs to step into their power with this motion that they have, okay, or they may need to again step back out of power so that they can allow other people to show their strengths, which again can cause a judgment and lead to you being in a place of the wise one by making that decision. Next card coming out is the Moon in reverse. Okay, yeah, so something's definitely being exposed. Next card out is the Hierophant upright. And it may be of a spiritual nature or order. Next card coming out, the Lovers in reverse. Okay. And then we have the Hangman, the Empress, and to top it off, we have the Emperor upright. Okay. So last 3 cards coming out, the upright, definitely a turnaround for the reading, as it was a dominant reversal reading. As we completed the second row. So definitely some goodness coming up, building to that Emperor up top. The reversals are definitely showing some things that are going to come to light, where some changes are actually going to need to be made. And these will be wise changes. These will be changes, again, that you may find by, again, falling back in your power and allowing others to show you what they can do. Okay. That way you're not overdoing it, overworking yourself. And again, these are things that can come to light with this Moon in reverse, clarifying that strength in reverse. Okay, partially, but the Hierophant is clarifying the strength in reverse as well. So you may need to go to higher counsel. Only a fool counsels himself. So again, the Fool in reverse, I believe this person knows that they need to, again, talk to some higher counsel. Now, getting to that higher counsel with the Emperor at the top, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card upright. Okay. So that's just letting you know something's coming to an end. It may be a physical death. It may be a literal, figurative death when it comes to something dying off in your life or something being rebirth. Again, always with death is a rebirth. Looks like the next card was trying to show under death, which is the Sun card. So with the Sun card coming out under death, these are, again, things you can't see, and they're in the upright. So dominant upright reading, definitely some new beginnings coming in. But I think it's going to take some wise choices to capture this golden opportunity coming in, which is what's the Hangman and the Empress coming out back to back is just showing, again, there's a golden opportunity. The Emperor at the top is the one who's going to be able to take advantage of that. But again, being in that place of the Hangman and being in contention, Not necessarily the most happy place, but being a place where you can contend and make movements and do things, there's always a chance for more to come from that, as opposed to you just being a hangman and being stagnant, not plotting, not planning, not strategizing. This person who I'm talking to has been doing that. That's why the motion is coming in. Okay. So it's definitely a tell all. Again, with that sun card under the death card, these are things you can't see coming. So this is, to me, some ultimate happiness, joy, and some rejuvenation of maybe an old situation that, again, maybe has ran its course and you have to make a decision to go in a new direction or rekindle that flame to reignite the passion of what's actually there, if it's worth rekindling. Okay. Um, and again, this could have something to do with work. Again, judgment is there. We have the lover's card. Death comes out in the end. So Anubis is definitely present in the reading to where, this could do with the job situation, where again, you're dealing with higher ups. The emperor, the empress. Basically, the empress and the emperor came out successively right after each other. But again, the emperor topped off. The empress is that golden opportunity, though, that leads to that emperor seat. Okay, because again, the emperor is a businessman, somebody who sits in a high position or in a position of executive authority where they can make decisions other people can't make. Okay, and this is where you're being elevated to. But something's dying. Something old is coming to an end, either to be rebirthed and bringing the joy of that sun on the under, or it could just be a death of something that has ran its course and needs to come to an end so that you can move to that higher position. Okay. So we go ahead and get with the gods of Egypt and do a clarification of the reading, a classification. I classify the readings with these gods, with the God cards, because they're pretty plain and simple what they say. There's nothing complex about the God cards. I do use them for certain readings. I'm probably going to use them tomorrow for the Sunday reading so that we get the full week spread out ahead of us, which I think will be good because next week's a pretty powerful week, and gonna have that new moon coming soon, which is going to be pretty powerful after this last full moon that was powerful in its own right. So, all right. So with the gods of Egypt, they are saying darkness in the upright. Okay. So yeah, with this moon in reverse and things coming to light, it could be something that's very unexpected, and it could be something dark. Like I say, we have death here, across. So this could deal with, like I say, a physical death. We are in the summer here now. A lot of people have been dealing with the heat in different ways. A record 109 deaths in one day due to heat related incidents overseas. Here in the U.S. it's heating up today. Here in Texas, in Dallas, we're over 100 degrees with the index at 103. But it's saying that it's going to be right at 99, 100. So it was pretty hot yesterday. I was out at an event sitting in the sun, and at about 3:20, whew, I tell you, it was not a joke sitting in that concrete sun. The amplification of the heat when it hits that concrete and you're right there, it's just not the best place to be. I'd rather be in a grassy knoll if the sun's going to be out, because again, the earth will absorb that heat differently and distribute it back with some coolness coming from that dirt. Okay. So man, yeah, with that darkness card coming out to clarify or classify the reading, I would definitely say something's coming to light of a darker nature, and it may be someone's death. Okay. Or somebody that is going through a difficult period of darkness where they need to die and rebirth. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have devastation. Yeah, this is unfortunately, I'm feeling like somebody's life is in the balance in some shape, form, or fashion, or somebody has a serious situation that's in the balance in some shape, form, or fashion, and something's gonna come in. It looks like some information could come in that will cause a quick movement. You'll have to act on something. Somebody may die, and then you have to reroute things to make sure that you get to the funeral and things of that nature. And it could be somebody close, unfortunately. Um, but again, this could be a figurative death when it comes to something dying in your particular life or someone around you going through a transformation. Death is something that we all deal with in different ways, I would say, based upon our understanding or school of thought when it comes to the philosophy of life. And the particular system that I work with, we believe as death being the elevation or the graduation to the next life or the next world, because there are many worlds that they have not told you of. And so we won't go to that length today as far as talking about that, but there are definitely things going on in this reading that are showing that, again, things can definitely be changing in a death manner, or death is definitely going to be present as far as um, what can happen, I would say, within the next 7 to 14 days. So by the time we get to the next full moon, we may have a little bit more of an understanding of what's going on, because that full moon will be in Aquarius right as we get into Leo season. So, don't be surprised with certain things when it comes to physical death, because it's one thing we can kind of guarantee in life. You may not know when you're going to die, but we all know that we have to go at some point. Nobody is here to stay forever. But again, we are in certain factions as far as creating art, creating family legacies with businesses and brands that can last and live on forever. But again, physically, nobody is going to reign or be here in the physical body forever. If you do that, then I know you're a vampire, and yeah, I have much garlic and all types of other stuff with me. So, but for the main part, like I say, we all have to deal with that reality of death. And at the end of the day, again, as we see it as a graduation in life to the next life or next world, we also look at death as an honor. It gives you the chance to look back on what somebody has left in a legacy, honor that, and again, once they've become an ancestor, make them a part of your altar. Make sure that you're celebrating birthdays, activating certain rituals based upon their energy and things that they may have done while they were in the physical. And this is why, again, we want to know which ancestors were actually for us, as opposed to other ancestors that may have not been in our best interest when it comes to actually dealing with us or even liking us while they were here in the physical world. So you never want to ignite your altar with the wrong ancestors, because it will show based upon the results you get by the rituals that you consistently do. Okay. So I'm gonna leave the reading there. I think it's pretty straight up. We only had a few reversals in the reading, and the reversals are pretty pivotal cards, which I think can be showing, again, a physical death and travel. Now that I look at the Fool in reverse, and upright, it definitely means a new beginning or a new path. But in reverse, it could also indicate travel, especially with this Lover's card coming out to clarify it. Okay, and then Judgment being right behind it. Okay, so again, it may also be a play of where you're powerless in the situation and can only do much, and you have to make a judgment that sets you on that path to do what you need to do to accommodate whatever's going on. Um, and again, this can definitely be, like I say, somebody's physical death, but it's definitely going to be devastating. It's going to be something that it's going to be somebody that you don't expect, to pass. And unfortunately, those are the things in life we can't foresee. I just lost a couple people kind of close and personal to my family, as well as to just me personally. But on the family level, I mean, this person was, I mean, a great soul, a great being, a pillar in the community, and just again a public figure in a way that was an undertone based upon her husband, who was more of the forefront leader and the more known name, but she was definitely his rock, his easel to his canvas. She really held him up, and it's real hard when you deal with devastating blows like that. But she lived to be a great age, and that's what we have to be uh, aware of and thankful for, that she had that much time to give. But again, know that the Most High is pleased with her works, and now it's time for her to go work in another universe, another planet, another existence. Because energy never dies; it just transforms and changes forms and transmute into the form that it needs to be used in the next wave, because we go through life in waves, and hopefully we catch the wave and can ride it out, until it's our time. So I'm gonna leave the reading there. Let me know if you guys resonate with a comment, like, share, subscribe. Build up the subscribership by sharing the video for me. I definitely need to get more people into the algorithm of my readings, and we want to build up the subscribership so I can go live and start doing some astrology readings live for you guys, and start putting people more in tune with what I do, which is more astrology and numerology based. But I use all three keys because to me they all play a part. Definitely some heavy astrology here, us being in Cancer season and the moon coming in reverse. Yeah, this could be a heavy emotional situation coming in. Just know that. So, I wish anybody the best if it comes to any type of transpiring of somebody's physical life. And I just tell y'all to hold y'all heads, and be aware that once these people do transpire, they're helping you in the best way they ever could. Once they're on the other side, it's nothing like it. And if you pay attention, you'll see the signs. So that's ESQ Astro signing out. Happy 4th. Peace.